Good day, my beautiful people, and welcome back to the Gray and J family. If you're new to this channel, mash up that subscribe button down below.
And don't forget to hit that notification bell because we are posting videos
whenever we can. Alright, family, so what I have noticed is that in our past couple of videos, I have been saying smash that subscribe button down below. Now, I forgot that our slogan, quote unquote, saying is mash up that subscribe button down below. But the reason I was making that mistake is because I follow R&Llife a lot. I love their videos. I love what they do. I love just watching their content. And so I watch it so much that I, not even realizing it, I started to say this slogan, and Grayson is the one who had to pick me up on that. So I'm sorry, R&Llife, for taking your slogan, but it's mash up that subscribe button. Okay, Gray and J family, so before we dive into this video, we would like to make a quick mention that we have set up a GoFundMe account for our Miraclebaby #1. Any and all blessings that you guys decide to bestow on us, seeing that it's 1 week before my birthday, we will be greatly appreciated. All the description will be listed in the description box down below. We thank you again for all your support, all your donations, all your love. Now let's get back into the video. Love you guys. We are in now mid-January, and the coldest the coldest it gets in Florida is 32 degrees all year. The grass white. The grass is frosted. People covering their trees, like their precious plants, with boxes and cloth so that it wouldn't get frostbite. Is that Rizzo? Yo, it's so cold. It's like winter now hit Florida in the middle of January.
It's not that.
Baby, it's cold as hell. Well, I mean, hell hot, but it's cold, real cold.
It's not that.
I can't do this coolness.
It'll probably get a little colder than what it was today at some point.
It will get colder than 2 degrees, Grayson. Ah, boy. Wait.
I think the coldest I ever remember, and I've been living in Florida for a lot longer than you, was like, it had to have been close to, oh, I don't know, like 10, 12 degrees outside.
What?
Yeah,
In Florida?
yeah. It was a really cold winter. Oh, this years back at this point.
Anyway, the reason why Grayson's song is so soft is because I did a full 12-hour shift at work, and I had to come and pick him up, and we have to go for our appointment. So this is his wake up. Grayson. This is Grayson wake up face, but you know, he now getting up, so he kind of soft. And me, I have been going, and to have this extra burst of energy, I end up taking a Red Bull. Jesus Christ. So I still have some, like, you know, extra energy to expel. Anyway, the reason for this video, today is our first official appointment in our IVF journey. So let me just put it out there. If my job wasn't covering in some way or form this IVF procedure, police, if they weren't gonna cover it in some way or form, we would not be getting this done. Unfortunately, we are, maybe I would say that we are comfortable in terms of our lifestyle and our financial situation.
We are okay.
Yeah, but we ain't have
we ain't balling or anything, but we are comfortable. We are okay.
Yep, and we don't have our IVF money to come out of pocket. We are not that.
We do not have IVF money, but luckily, like Jay said, since, you know, her insurance kind of got updated through her employer, it's gonna make it a lot more manageable to go down this route. So, and that is pretty much the sole reason why we are doing it.
Yeah.
Is because it is going to be a little bit less financially stressful. So, woo! A lot of early morning appointments.
A lot of early morning appointments. But this is what we have to do. We know our end goal. We know what we want. Unfortunately, we cannot get pregnant naturally, but there are options for people out there like us.
Yep. So we're doing what we gotta do. So there can be more police, apparently. A lot of police as well.
We're trying to get our ticket at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, but now we're doing what we can because obviously, if you've been following the channel for a while, you know that we've been struggling. So hopefully this bears fruit for us.
Yeah, we're really hopeful. At the same time, so what this appointment is about is that we have to go and sign some documents for our upcoming procedure in terms of retrieval, and we have mature follicles that we sign and give consent to certain things. Maybe do you remember what it is that we have to sign in terms of our mature follicles?
Yeah, so basically, if I remember correctly, because we signed this paper not realizing that we had to do it in front of the doctor.
Yeah, you're right.
So from what I remember, it's just stating that if something were to happen to me and Jay and they still had possession of our follicles, what they would do with it, like what we would want done with it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just them saying that, like, hey, if for some reason something does happen, you have option A, B, or C. What would you like us to do? Kind
Right.
of thing. So that's pretty much going over the entirety of like what they have control over, basically.
Right.
It's just stating that as long as we have frozen embryos, like we still have like a chance to have a baby, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like we have the option to like, hey, do you want your embryos to be like donated to somebody?
Right.
If you don't have the ability to like conceive or something happens or something like that, and like it's like we have these extra embryos and like eggs, like.
Or if you pass and I still want to use those mature frozen embryos, so it's like literally given permission for you given permission so that I could use our frozen embryos, and vice versa. If I were to go and pass away,
So
you could get like a surrogate and still use
technically have Jay's babies.
Yeah.
Like medically, they would be
given permission to each other and to the facility, you know,
and to
what we decide.
strangers if we wanted for them, because that was also
True.
an option too. Like if like both of us pass or something like that, and they still have possession of these, like, would you like us to like donate it to like a family in need or something
True.
like that?
I remember that. Yeah, you're right.
So a lot of different options.
Yep.
I mean, me and Jay got pretty much already sat down and discussed all of this. So
We did.
It's
We
pretty
really
much
did.
going to be Jay interrupting this doctor again for 45 minutes.
I'm not going to do it. I'm going to be better this time. I mean, I'm going to be better this time. I'm going to trust the process. I'm going to let them have control. I'm going to let God, and give them 70%
the
control.
ability to talk.
I'll give them some control.
That's
Anyway.
not the control. They just have the ability to talk.
So also what we have to do, so that's one appointment. Our second appointment is we have a psychology appointment. I don't know what that entails, but my suspicion is that probably to get our headspace where our mental situation is, probably
Make sure we're not being like forced into this or anything like crazy
Right?
or anything like ridiculous, I'm sure.
Yeah, or even, I don't know, because an IVF process is mentally, not only physically, but mentally frustrating and draining, to probably, I don't know, give us resources.
No, yeah, just to make sure.
I don't know.
Anytime I've ever spoken to a psychologist, it's just usually to be like, hey, are you good? Usually, I'm sure it's more of just like because I'm sure, like, and I'm sure it's like halfway the doctors don't want to be liable
Okay.
for somebody who's like not mentally sound.
I
to
guess
just
that.
do this and have kids.
I can see that.
So I'm sure like half of the reason is just probably some like legality or like something like that. So.
My boy, I don't know about you, but I have never had to talk to a psychologist. So I just don't know.
Well, that's because military stuff.
You're right.
And they just want you to make sure you're a functioning member of society when you leave, which they don't. But.
Well, we're gonna try to record as much as we can and keep you guys well informed.
Yeah, I'm sure they're not gonna let us record anything during the conversation with the psychologist.
Yeah.
Just like for like privacy agreements on their end and our end. So we will tell you and share what we can.
Yeah.
And keep you guys in the loop.
Yep. Alright guys, so that's it for now. On to this appointment. Let's see what we could record and include in this video, and we will get back to you.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Guys, it's so cold. Okay, well, you can't see it, but I could see it. It's like I'm smoking. It is so cold. Oof. What temperature is it now? Lord have mercy.
It's mid to low 40s.
Mid to low 40s, my bum. Just feeling like 32. You ready for this appointment, baby?
Ready as we're gonna get. Talking, it's not like we're really doing anything today.
True. So true. Look at my big broad back husband. Thank you, babe. All right. Yep. He's going to pick up my empty med bottle because I totally forgot it in the car. That's such a good husband.
One is just, the whole process of trying to conceive, going through evaluation and treatment can be very stressful for people. So we wanted one point that I got to see everyone, just to make sure everything's going okay. The other thing is that there's so much involved with IVF. We like to make sure people sort of know what they're getting into, have appropriate understanding and expectations. As you go through the process, you'll learn the doctors and nurses give you very detailed information and instructions. I talk about the big picture, so as people go through all of those different steps, what do they describe as challenging and what are some ways to deal with those challenges? Okay. So what we'll do is mostly just talk. I have this little questionnaire to ask you to do. It's sort of a quality control measure being done at all the psychology specialty clinics. Otherwise, we'll talk. Always start with a little basic background, like where you're from, what you spend your time doing, to get to know a little bit about both of you, to be able to put everything in context.
Okay.
It usually takes about 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay. Okay, family, and we are back from our appointment. After our appointment, we went and get our hair looking like people. I do my nice little shape up on the sides, and Grayson decided to cut all his hair. But his hair grows really fast, and baby looks very handsome.
Thanks, baby.
Wait, you cut your beard too? Alright, you shape up and everything, boy. Looking fresh to death. Alright, guys, so we had our psychiatric.
We had a psych eval, basically.
Yes. And our appointment took an hour. 1 hour.
I drove past our road, didn't I?
Yes. So you didn't realize you drive past me road?
No, I was too busy just looking how beautiful you were.
Oh. The win points there, baby. I'll give something when we get home. Anyway. So our psych eval took an hour. And she asked us like history questions in terms of family.
It was
family
super
life.
generic, like how was growing up. Did you grow up with siblings?
Yeah.
How was theirs?
What's your family like? Where your parents? Where do you guys live? Where is everybody located? Do you have family here? How did you get together?
I think it was more of them just wanting to know how, like, what your support system was like.
Right.
Basically.
Yep. And literally to see in terms of, because it's generic questions, to see how we respond, to see what our mental state is like. And then giving us brief description of what it is we're going to sign up for, so that we will prepare ourselves for what is to come. It's not just you're gonna do an IVF and it's just gonna be successful. They're preparing you for that possibility
of failure. So
yeah,
I think that was also a big part of it too. They wanted to let you guys know that this is not 100% successful.
Yep, she literally said, how much percent did they say at your age?
Yeah, they were very adamant about.
And she said 30% chance. Anyway, so that was that. And then we went and we signed all the documents. When we get our mature embryos, what we plan to do with it, how we plan to store it, what happens if you were to die, or if I were to die, or if we both were to die. And we did that documentation.
It was definitely just a bunch of like what if paperwork,
right?
Pretty much. So we did that, and then we real quick spoke to the financial supervisor just to get some extra information. Then went get a haircut. Jay got us some lunch, and then now we're home. Yep,
and now we're home and we're going to sleep because I'm exhausted. Let me just mention, because I forgot to mention this, right now in my cycle, let me just explain what's going on with me. We aren't starting the IVF just yet, because I haven't seen my period in 48 days. Yes, today is cycle day 48 for me since I've had my last period.
Yeah.
Even after I took the Provera, I'm still waiting for my period to come. And when my period comes, then I'll have to go back for an appointment to do an ovarian reserve and do a blood work. What was the blood work for again? I had to do some blood tests.
Yeah, it was to, it was, oh God, what was it?
Whatever the blood test is for, we would let you guys know, and we would, because we're going to make it into another video anyway.
Yeah. Alright,
so that was it. We are making movements. Here's to our future baby 2023.
Baby.
Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If it is you like, thank you so much for watching. If it is you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. And please subscribe, leave a comment, all that nice jazz.
It's like down here somewhere. Depending on how, if the video gets flipped, it's either here
No, it's going to be down there. Okay, it's going to be down there. Down there, subscribe. Okay, guys?
We appreciate it, and we love you guys very much.
Okay. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Our life.
Our love.
Our story.